Namaskar. My name is Kritika Acharya. I study in grade 5 Junior Ivy World School. A fun fact about me is that I am good at table tennis.
Namaskar everyone, my name is Shivam Das. I study in grade 5. A fun fact about me is I like to do coding.
Namaskar everybody, my name is Saksham Dev Bhatta. I study in grade 5 and a fun fact about me is when I start talking I can't stop.
Namaskar everyone, my name is Nikita Parazari and I also study in grade 5. A fun fact about me is that I love reading books and sometimes I even get scolded for reading too much. So with us today we have Mannsi Agrawal. Hi Miss Mannsi, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
We're all good.
But there's a secret. I'm also scared. We know this, right?
Yes.
Never had four people, serious-looking people with such serious-looking books sit here and interview me. Thank you so much for scaring me and intimidating me, all of you.
Yo. So are there any hidden talents or any fun hobbies that you like to do and you'd like to share with us?
If you talk about hidden talents, I have one super cool hidden talent. Do you want to hear about it?
Yes.
But I don't want to talk about it on camera. Okay, I'll tell you. So, when I was in college, I came to know that there was something called graphology. Graphology is the art of analyzing handwritings, okay? And I got super intrigued by it. And for 4 years, I studied graphology alongside my college. So I was studying graphology. I completed 4 degrees in graphology. And the fun fact is, when I look at somebody's handwriting, I can give at least 50 character traits about them. That was what we had to do in our first year exam. So I can literally tell you 50 things about you just by looking at your handwriting.
Okay.
Ah, that was a good one, Mr. Ritik. No, Kritik. But no, I'm not going to do that right now, and I'll tell you why. There's cameras. After the cameras go, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Done?
Okay.
Okay. That's my fun fact.
So, if you could ever go back to your first big speech, like when you started your this whole public speaking, would you change anything about it?
Yes, actually I would. My first big speech, this was a really big speech, okay? Big not because I was getting paid a lot, big not because it was a very prestigious place, but big because the number of people in the audience was huge. It was 400 people. And for somebody who's doing this for the first time, that can be intimidating and scary, right? Yes. Just like I'm scared of all of you right now. I was scared that day as well, okay? But you know, here's what happened. This super big speech that I did, I realized I made one mistake. And you know what the mistake was?
What?
I was thinking about myself. But I was not thinking so much about the audience. But the first rule of public speaking is the audience is always more important than the speaker. For example, right now I'm speaking to you. If I suddenly start using very complicated words, if I suddenly start speaking in a language that you all are not comfortable in, you won't understand what I'm saying, right? So the first rule of public speaking is always think about the audience. You know the mistake I made that day? I was not thinking so much about my audience. I was thinking more about myself and what I wanted to say. But I was not able to customize and to cater the speech for my audience. So some audience members, I think, slept off. And that was a bad thing. Okay? Yeah.
So, do you remember the first time you stepped on stage? How did you feel in the first time?
I don't remember the first time I stepped on stage because the first time I think I stepped on stage was, I was in grade 1 and I did an elocution competition, okay? And the only reason I remember anything about it is because I have a certificate, I came second. But I think that was the last time I probably participated in an elocution competition. What I do remember is in grade 3, I was on stage and I was acting in a play called, what's the play with the rats? And the guy, the Pied Piper? No, what's it called? So there's a play, okay? And I remember I had one sentence in the whole play and I practiced it like 6,000 times. And the sentence was, they even tried to eat my baby and my new Sunday hat. And I just had to do that. I felt so good just saying that sentence on stage because my parents hugged me after that. And I realized, oh, I love being on stage. This is so much fun for me. So yeah, I do remember. Not the first, but the second time, I think. Do y'all like going on stage?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What do you do? Table tennis? But that's on stage, no? A laughing boy. What do you do? What do you do on stage? What do you like?
I forgot the word.
Okay. Debate? No. Okay. I'm scared of debate. Does anyone do debates here?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's good. Okay, I'm scared. More scared of you guys. Thank you. Okay. Next question. Does anyone have a question? Okay.
Were you the child who like to raise their hand often, or were you the silent kid?
Okay, so I was not the silent kid at all. I would like to raise my hand often, but I was also not super confident. Only if I knew the answer would I raise my hand. But I wasn't the kid who'd be like, okay, I'll just take a guess. I wasn't like that at all, no. But I would raise my hand. If I knew the answer, 100%. And I would also ask a lot of questions. I think I was the curious kid. So rather than giving answers, I would also ask a lot of questions in class. Does anyone do that? Yeah. Nirika, do you do it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great thing. I'll tell you why. Because here's something that we all realize. Computers, AI, robotics, you know about these things, right?
Yes.
All of them are really smart. They'll be able to make better logical decisions than human beings. But there's one skill they just don't have yet. Curiosity. And curiosity is asking the right questions, isn't it?
Yes.
So if you develop curiosity and if you continuously start learning how to ask the right questions, you will come up with better answers. So I think by raising my hand, I was asking more questions than I was giving answers to.
Wow.
Make sense?
Yes.
Glad.
Yes.
So when you were our age, what did you want to be when you grew up? Was it like anything you do now?
Oh my God, this is such a good question. I'll tell you why. When you're in grade 5, all of you, right?
Yes.
When I was in grade 5, I wanted to be two things. Number one, I wanted to be a teacher because everyone's inspired by their teachers when you're this age, right? So I wanted to be a teacher. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Number two, I wanted to be an astronomer. You know what an astronomer is?
Yes.
Right? Somebody who studies the stars and the planets. I wanted to be an astronomer.
Yeah.
So, which is your favorite planet, sir?
Jupiter.
Oh my God.
Same
no.
as well.
Jupiter?
No. Proxima Centauri.
Proxima Centauri, that is the largest star, right? In our Milky Way, isn't it? Yes.
Proxima Centauri is the biggest star in the universe, in our universe.
You by Scooty.
U by Scooty is bigger. I know this.
And Phoenix A.
Phoenix A, I'm not sure. U by Scooty, I've heard of. Proxima Centauri is our Milky Way, if I'm not wrong. I'll take a look
Yeah.
at it later, yeah?
This is
Yes.
the nearest star to our solar system.
Yes.
No, I
The
forgot
largest.
the name of the black hole. It's Phoenix something.
I'm not sure about black holes, but Proxima Centauri for sure, largest in our Milky Way, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so anyhow, important. U by Scooty is the biggest that's known, right? To man, yes. So far, yeah, I know this. Okay, so I wanted to become an astronomer, right? But then I realized to be an astronomer, you had to be damn good in mathematics. No, not me
Same.
at all.
Yeah,
Not good?
I'm good.
Oh, then you can.
Same.
You?
I am not good in
Oh,
maths.
even I was not good in math. So I gave up that dream, right? Then when I was in grade 7, I said, oh, maybe I should become a photographer.
Oh.
And then I forgot about it. But how I remembered is a few years ago, I was actually a professional photographer. Not too many people know about this. Another hidden talent, Nevika, okay?
Yes.
So not too many people know about this, but I was a professional photographer for 6 years. I did 400 photo shoots. And when I was doing these photo shoots, one day a friend of mine sent me a picture of a slam book. Okay, you know what a slam book is? It's a book where you write down all these things about yourself and you give it to your friends so your friends never forget you. And she sent me a picture of what I had written in her slam book when I was in grade 7. And it said, what do you want to be in life? And it said photographer. And maybe I had that dream, I planted that in my head, I forgot about it completely, I took up photography coincidentally and it happened. So 2 of my dreams came true, photographer and teacher. Because while I don't teach in a school, I don't teach children like yourselves, I do teach other people, I teach older people, people who work in companies. So yes, I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be an astronomer, that did not happen, but I also wanted to be a photographer and that happened and I'm really grateful.
So, if you could travel anywhere, maybe just for fun or maybe for work, where would you be and why would you want to go there?
If I could travel anywhere for fun, I would go to Paris. It's my favorite city in the world. It's a beautiful city. Does anyone know which language they speak in Paris?
French.
Oh, you guys are smart, yeah. French, okay? So I learned how to speak French when I was in college as well. And because I speak a bit of French, I got excited about the culture and I would love to go back to Paris. I've been thrice, but I'm waiting to go back again next year.
So I'll tell a question. What's the funniest memory you have ever had in school? Was it something silly?
I don't think I should talk about it on camera because I was naughty. Sometimes, not every day, okay? Before you all like say that that's the lady who came and told us to be naughty, absolutely not. But I did one naughty thing in school and I don't think you should. and I'm not going to tell you about it.
Okay.
Privacy.
A bit.
What's your favorite food?
I like so many different things. Okay, so I like Indian food. Does anyone here like Indian food? I grew up eating Indian food, right? Does anyone know what masala dosa is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Favorite, okay. Pani puri?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Papri chaat?
No.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I've had
You've had it, right? Have you had it?
Like 5 years ago.
Ah, that's fine, that's fine. Do you have a date? Like, when did you have it?
Like, I think it was 5 days before my birthday.
Okay, so we also have a date. Great. So, I love papri chaat, I love pani puri, I love masala dosa, okay? 3 things. I love, you know what's my favorite Nepali thing?
What?
What's your favorite Nepali thing?
Momos.
Okay, momos, yes, of course. But the other thing, you know, like the thali,
Yes.
right? Thakali. Tara. When I have thakali, I never have rice. You know what I have?
Dhero.
I love dhero. Do you like dhero?
Yes, I love
Oh
it.
my god, this is so cool. We have dhero buddies as well. I love dhero, okay? So I have dhero. I love it. So yeah, these are my favorite things. And chocolate cake, because there's nothing better in life than chocolate cake.
What's the best advice someone has ever gave you in public speaking while you were little?
I don't remember what's the best advice somebody gave me in public speaking when I was a little, but I do remember the best advice I ever got from a school teacher. Does anyone want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so my school teacher, when I was in class 12, okay, and we were leaving school, right? So you see your teachers maybe for the last time. So she wrote a note, she wrote a tiny note, and she gave it to each one of us. I don't know what was there in my friend's notes, but you know what was there on my note? She wrote to me 2 sentences. Shine on, you crazy diamond, dazzle the world. Because my teacher believed that everybody in her class was like a diamond, and we were meant to shine, and we were meant to dazzle, and we were meant to really create beauty in the world. So she wrote that for me, and I thought that was very sweet and also inspiring, isn't it? Because if your teachers believe in you, you start believing in yourself as well. And that was a good thing.
So, like, what advice you would give to us when we forget our lines during a speech?
When you forget your lines during a speech. Now, that's never easy, right? That can be embarrassing, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Why do you forget your lines during a speech? Why does that happen?
You're nervous?
When you're nervous, when you see too many people looking at you,
When
so
you're
you're
too distracted?
you get distracted. But there's another reason for it. You have tried to learn up your speech by heart. Agreed or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? And then if you've learned up your speech by heart, you think this word, it has to go in a particular order. But when I work with people, and I work with older people than y'all generally, I always tell them, don't learn up the whole speech by heart. Just don't do that. What you must do instead is, you must think of your speech, put it into key points, remember the key points one after the other, and as you speak, rather than trying to go by heart word after word, learn up and remember the flow of the speech and speak naturally on stage. That will make sure you don't forget the speech. Is that okay?
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? So you remember the points, you remember the key points, you know what you have to say, but rather than learning it word for word, what you're doing is, you're just thinking of the points and you're speaking on stage like I'm speaking to you right now. Not naturally. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, how do we make our speeches exciting so that people don't get bored in the stage?
Ah, that's a good point. A, don't make your speeches super long. Some people think super long speeches are super interesting speeches. No. Right? Number 2, use examples. You know what examples are, right? Stories from your lives, maybe facts, maybe data. Any kind of examples always add so much into a speech. Number 3, talk from your point of view. A personal speech, a speech about something you've experienced is always exciting. Share your own stories, talk from your point of view. And number 4, you can do a lot of creative things in a speech to make it even better. For example, who's stopping you from singing during a speech? In the middle of the speech, if you want to sing a song, if it's relevant to the speech, go ahead and do it. Makes it exciting. Do something different. Do something the audience members just don't expect. That's going to be fun.
Okay.
So, what's the easiest way for children like us to be better at speaking confidently?
2 things. Number 1, become better readers. When you read more, not only do you know more, but the words flow more naturally in your head. Yes or no?
Yes.
The words just flow out better. So if you read a lot, and some of you I know get into trouble for reading too much sometimes, but if you read a lot, you know what happens? You actually have a better grip over your language and the way you speak. So that's number one. It's going to be important to be better readers. And number two, don't waste any opportunity to practice. Go out there, speak, whether it's in public, whether it's with your friends, whatever it is, go out there, use every opportunity to keep speaking. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
If you could design any school in the world, which school would it be?
I was tempted to come up with the name of like a really cool school, like a Harvard or something, but no, that's not true at all. If I could teach in any school in the world, I would like to go back and teach in my own school. The school I went to when I was growing up. And that's only because I have an emotional connection with that school that I don't have with any other school, no? Because I spent 16 years of my life there. So I would like to go back to my own school. Because like from a baby till grade 12, yeah? Yeah? No? How long do you spend in school? I didn't keep failing classes if that's what you're thinking.
No, I changed schools once.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. I never changed. So, I was there for a long, long, long time.
In a flow.
Huh?
Like your school went in a flow, not
In a flow, yeah. No changes, unfortunately, yeah.
So like, what do you do like if a public speaking tournament is like 5 days before the day, what would you do in the free time? Would you practice your speech? Would you do something like fun? Or what would you do?
I'm slightly crazy. I would practice. When I have a lot of speeches to do, every moment of my brain, every moment of my life is consumed by those speeches. I don't do anything apart from practice. Sorry. Maybe not the answer you were looking for, right? But that's true. Okay.
So like if you had to choose between like photography and public speaking, what would you choose?
This is called, you know what? Dharam Sankat. Why you confuse somebody so much. But I'll tell you the truth. A few years ago, I had the choice to choose between photography and public speaking. And I chose public speaking. And I'll tell you why. Practically. Photography took up a lot more of my time, okay? And photography for me became slightly more tiring. For me, public speaking is easier because it comes more naturally to me. I enjoy it a lot more and it takes up less time and I'm more productive, I feel. So when I had the choice and I had to choose 4 years ago whether I wanted to be more serious in photography or public speaking, I chose public speaking because it took up less time. It just came more naturally and it's a part of my heart more than anything else will be.
So coming to the last question of
Oh my God, this feels so good. It's like the exam is almost over. Good job. Thank you, Nevika.
So coming to the last question of this interview, next time when we have something like this, something like a talk with another guest speaker maybe, what's the thing that we could do better?
Oh, I think y'all did a great job. Maybe look less scary to the guest speaker. Because you're a scary monster, man. Especially you, sir. No, that's not true. Y'all did a great job. I'm very impressed, okay? Very, very impressed. There's one little tip. Can I give you that little tip? Yes. So when a speaker speaks, the one little thing that you should do is always look at the speaker and not at the camera. I know you're tempted to look at the camera, right? I know you're tempted to do that. But when somebody is speaking, what do? Make eye contact and look at the speaker. That makes it really, really engaging for the speaker as well.
Doesn't that make them scared? Like eyes staring at them like...
Like, see, if I do that to you, Saksham, yes, you will be scared. But if I just make natural eye contact like this, you're not so scared, are you? Yeah? So just make eye contact, look at people, don't stare them down. But don't look into the camera when the speaker is speaking like this, because that is not very respectful and that makes the speaker feel less engaged and less connected with you. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah? Okay. Am I done?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And y'all were amazing. And I was scared, but did I do well?
Yes.
I feel that I passed a test or something. How many marks did I get out of 10?
10.
10.
Thank God. Okay. Oh, the biggest achievement of my life. Thank you, guys. Y'all were wonderful. I'm really, really glad we got a chance to do this. Are you okay, Nevika?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,